welcome back to Patrice Grows, because I just feel like it's different. It's been a while. A lot of people have asked me what's up with the next video and stuff like that, but I just think that it's important to take some time, especially when you're like growing and evolving, to like take a break if you're unsure of the direction of where your creativity or your message is going. So I've just been trying to see where I wanted to go. And the other day I was reading Women Who Run with the Wolves, which I've been reading for years and I'm still not done yet. And I embarked upon a chapter about rage, and I don't even remember what it is, and I don't think I have the book out here, but I don't remember what it was that I read, but I was just like, oh, this is what my next episode is going to be about. The chapter was just talking about how like nobody wants to feel rage, and so everybody represses rage, and it's like toxic waste, she says. There it is. No one wants it, but there are a few disposal areas for it. And it just made me think about, when we lose people, because I feel like that is like the main time when we feel enraged, when people are killed, when people die, whether it's expected or unexpected, and there's like no time really for you to grieve because people have to go back to work. There's no time, there's no answers, there's no justice, and it's just like this cycle of being upset, and then everybody's just okay and you're really not, and it just becomes like all these walking zombies because and then you don't want to hit the wrong button because you might trigger someone, and somebody might be mad about something and come home, and then somebody else might be cussed out, and then it's just like a domino effect. And I just feel like it's time for everybody to get control over their own stuff. A few years ago, when I first wanted to start doing YouTube videos, I had an analogy that was like a book bag that we carry, and all the hurt and the pain and painful experiences, like we don't have enough room in a book bag to put so many bricks in the book bag. So at some point you have to start taking some of these bricks out, or else you're not even gonna be able to walk, because your backpack is gonna be breaking your back, because you have all these things that have hurt you throughout your life, all of this pain that has hurt you throughout your life that you're holding on to. It's literally strapped to your back. How do we heal? Does anybody know? What do you do to heal? Comment below. Let's open up the forum for it, because it's out of control. And we have to be there, and we have to have compassion. I see, like, it's so easy for people to write things on social media about other people, and there's so much judgment, and it just seems like the collective is sad, and the collective is mad, enraged, and the collective is hopeless. And when we are like that, we are feeding into a power that feeds off of all of the negative emotions that we feel. So all of the sadness, all of the unhappiness, all of the fear, which is like the number one thing. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people don't do a lot of things because of fear, but it's like, dang, we came all the way here. Like, we got all the way here from your dad, through your mom, through the birth canal, from wherever you were before you even, yeah. dog was all up in my video. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But I just felt compelled when I was reading the chapter on rage. I just was like, I was just thinking about us. You know, like, our rage can, for a time, become teacher, a thing not to be rid of so fast, but rather something to climb the mountain for, something to personify via various images in order to learn from, deal with internally, then shape into something useful in the world as a result, or else let it go back down to dust. Like, we have to transmute our pain. We have to transform our pain, and we have done it before. And a lot of people think that they're okay, and there's so much trauma, and that is the issue, you know, like, any childhood trauma that you've experienced that you think that you are okay from, you're not, probably, and it's being held in your body and in your energy systems that we have. And that sometimes is why people are mentally ill. That sometimes is why we're depressed sometimes. And I just feel like, why wouldn't everybody want to be at peace unless you believe that you can't achieve peace? Which brings me to the next point of thoughts and beliefs. And your conscious beliefs, your unconscious or subconscious beliefs. You know, like, one time I was working at Morehouse and we had to plan an alumni event, and I met this pastor, and he was just asking me what I wanted to do, and I don't remember. I must have said I was trying to do something, or I wanted to do something, or I don't remember the exact conversation, but I just remember he told me that my language was all wrong. And after that, I consciously tried to make sure that I wasn't putting myself down with my language. And I was having a conversation with someone yesterday, and I said the same thing back to them, because they were like, oh, that's going to take years, or that's not going to, you know, and it's like, we do it to ourselves. We put spells on ourselves with our beliefs and with our words of what we think that we're capable of doing. Like, we're God. God lives within us. That's why we have power to do whatever it is that we want to do, but we're not God. And I just feel like this is a time for everybody to look at their own things, for people to take the bricks out of their book bag, start taking them out and looking at them and putting them down and building something, instead of carrying them around. Because what is that doing? That's not making you strong. Okay, maybe it's making you strong. It could be making you strong, but it could be making you tired, and it could be making you weak, when you can really just take them out and start building the foundation. And when I was meditating on what I needed to share with the collective, it was just that it's time to, like, start living. It's time to start living. It's time to start living whatever your purpose is, whatever things you have on the list that you want to do that you haven't even tried to do. You know what I mean? And we all do it. I mean, it was like, I think 7 years ago when I thought I was going to die, and I'll tell that story another time. And I was just like having this conversation with God, and I was just like, I didn't even do anything yet. Like, and when I didn't, I was very surprised. And then years went on, and I still didn't really do what it was that I knew that I wanted to do. And I just want to know sometimes, like, what are we waiting for? Because some people can argue, timing is everything. Yep, that's true. But I feel like there's some things that we know that we can start right now, because at the end of the day, beginning of the day, middle of the day, we don't know when we're leaving. And I know for me, everybody that I've lost, I think about them every day. We have to honor them and live for them, because they're not here anymore to live for themselves and to live out their dreams and to do what they wanted to do. Some stuff I see is just so extra petty and dumb. And it's just like, this is the time to come together and to unite and to be the architect of your life, because you have something within you that the world probably needs. And